Well, that's the thing. We don't get to debate the plans, Neal.
Well, I gave you guys a plan. You can debate it. You can take it apart. It's a pretty shenanigans plan.
So we have two options. First is have her fake. Wait, let me please finish before you interject, and we don't get to talk about the plan.
Rob,
stop.
Rob, please.
Because we want to finish.
If the audience doesn't hear it, so then they go, "Oh, that's what's going on."
We have two options. First, the sandpit one with the fight. Second, Rob's plan. What do you want to do? Because we have to decide.
I vote for the sandpit.
I mean, I think like for her taking a hit, like, you know, to persuade her to take a hit from us. I mean, there's no guarantee she'll fight us, right?
They choose when to go up, it seems like.
Right. Yeah. I think I just don't see the whole like Nicholas thing, like just do we even have things? I don't know. I'm tired.
Decide. We have to decide.
And
we have 50 minutes to decide now.
Oh God! Don't end like this, guys. You can do it. I believe in you.
All right,
yes.
Let's talk to Colette. No, what's her name?
Colleen. All right, you find Colleen tapping her foot, arms crossed.
Okay, Colleen. It is kind of difficult for us to fight a plan here because we are fucking pseudo dragons, but we have an option. We have two options actually.
Have you considered stop fucking the pseudo dragons?
What?
No, you're not helping.
Never mind. Fine, keep going, kids.
While they do this, I'm gonna go sneak out, but we'll deal with that later, I guess.
Sure.
Okay, our first option is, and again, lean closer so only she can hear it. We have the battle. We go onto the battlefield, and you fake taking a hit, because we've learned the dwarves sometimes we could take some corpses off into the night for their special forces training. You fake being dead. Maybe from one of us stinging you. We won't sting you actually, because that is fucking deadly.
I fake my death. Okay, I get it. And then what? What happens after I fake my death?
The dwarves will carry your corpse out of here at night. We will be camouflaged onto you, and go out with you.
So I just fake my death and the dwarves take me out?
Yep.
That really take you that long to figure out?
Apparently.
I mean, we had someone interjecting very often.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So, how do I fight you guys?
Well, if you want to do it in the battlefield, we have to do it in the battlefield and wait until they come.
I mean,
otherwise, we could. I mean, do they control how many corpses there are?
Maybe we could, like, you know, stage like a little bit of like if the guards are in here range, we could like start like, you pesky little human, you know, like, you think you could take us on? Like, just like try to see if they could. Who decides to fight really? Who decides fights who?
Well, that's the what's his name? The chairman. He comes down when the battle's over, and he picks 2 new contestants to go and fight.
Maybe we could, like, you stage a little, you know, like, you human, you think you could take us on? Yeah, you know, like, you know, I'll take you on, like, you know, but give him a bit of show, see, like, we're, you know, see if he maybe, like, picks it up, thinks it would be an interesting fight or something.
We could just go up and say, hey, this woman's been pissing us off. I'd like to go fight them.
All right.
And you could just throw a bit of pseudo dragon band. She thinks we are just tiny flies and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It'll show her.
A bit of smack talk, if you want to say.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, let's do it then.
Oh.
And you guys wait. And eventually, the battle
Hang
ends.
on, I was going to go take a peek outside in case there was like anything huge and obvious that you had placed there and we just hadn't peeked our heads out.
Sure, you begin to fly through the bars.
Right.
Do you
So
have you have magic resistance, right? An 8 magic resistance?
35% magic
Give me a
resistance.
35% check, 35% or lower on a D100.
All right.
Ooh. So you come up to the bars, and there is just before you get there, there's like a static field that you can feel with your dragon electromagnetic sensory senses. And you stop yourself inches from this like invisible field between the bars, and you can feel the like static sparking off of it. And you just know you try and go in between them, you're gonna get zapped.
My magic resistance didn't work against it.
I was just interpreting the magic resistance, since it prevents any damage, as like you stopping yourself short rather than like running into it and then just being fine.
No,
I thought it was better
like
flavor
I thought it
text.
was just a spell that doesn't work against me.
And it's sort of, yeah, I know. This felt like better flavor.
Well, it prevents me from getting out with my 16,
Hmm.
which is what I was hoping that I could get out to take a look. If there's anything. Oh, I even had a potential sneaking bonus that I was going to get. Check this out. I was going to try this to see if I could get the 80% up to 100. Let's see.
Well, it's an easy thing to sneak out, because once the portcullis goes up and people are being exchanged and you're invisible, you can easily move through, you know?
See? You don't think that's worth a 20% bonus to sneaking?
Is that a sneaking sound?
That's cartoon tiptoe noise.
Ah.
I thought it was a ringtone from.
Yeah.
See?
Ah, yeah,
That's how you know someone's sneaking in a cartoon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
tiptoeing noise. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you can sneak right up like until you like run straight into the guard and look up at them with that noise, as long as you've got that going.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so I guess I can't get through the bars here. All right, so I'll come back like, okay, there's some sort of force shieldy thing or something. So did you guys come up with a plan?
Yep.
All right, we'll go with your plan. I'm just the sidekick here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So who's
what
going?
have the big brave heroes learned? Is it like involved with one of you finding that something was inside you all along or something?
So who's going to be the chosen one to fight?
I mean, if we're talking like performance here,
Probably you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just one important thing: don't sting her.
Right.
Whatever you do, watch out that you don't actually sting her.
I'll try to.
I
fake it.
turn to.
Make it flashy.
But are we going with the fake
hold
hero
up.
death? Like, how are they even going to know? What, are you going to, like, shout to the whole audience so they can hear that, like, oh, I'm a pseudo-dragon and feel my poison?
Shut up, Mac.
So that they would know? I mean, how would that happen, even?
Victor,
Okay, so
important is you have to draw some blood. The audience has to see that there is some blood. No fatal wounds, just hit some things that bleed. You know, those spots that bleed a lot but are not that threatening. Those.
Oh, and how are you going to do that? What, like, instead of stinging, you're
Have-
going to, like, use your little dragon teeth for a D3?
Yes,
Like, how would that even work?
a normal person can actually die from that, you know.
pretty sure she's not a normal person. She was a mercenary.
Also,
Can this-
yes, but he.
Sorry, technical
These-
question, guys.
Yes.
Can the pseudo dragon choose to inject its poison?
No.
All right, so either one, you land on her arm and in a flurry, like, just take a bite out instead of stinging, or two, we make a small incision with a dagger right now, have you land on that same unprotected arm in combat, and make them think you stabbed her.
I mean, I would argue that some scratches in the face and so on would also be required just to make it a bit more fleshy and bloody.
Right, but if you just like land on their arm and stab them, then she can fake being affected by the poison and dying to it.
Just like put up a good show, and then you sting her, and then you shout, "You're not entertained," or something like that, and you know, just make a good show of it.
I mean, they have pretty sharp teeth, don't they? Pseudo dragons.
Fly around a lot.
We're pseudo dragons.
Fly around a lot, and maybe slam into her sometimes.
I mean, very like you know, I'm gonna be very shallow in the first parts, and like fake it a.
Do you feel like you can bite her in the middle of combat, or should we fake a wound now? Well, actually, wound her now.
You know, she is up with it, so she agreed to the fake fight.
Yes, I know. I'm asking if he thinks in his new form he can reliably bite her and make it look like he's singing her.
What's the alternative? You just go get some blood.
Get a dagger, stab her in her arm.
And you put it on her and then cover it with armor. And then, like, in the middle of the fight, you're like, and she ripped it off and you can see all the blood. It's like what? Something like that?
No, have her, like, have unprotected arms, stab her in her arm before the fight, and then have him land on that same arm.
You know, if you have unprotected arms, people will see that there was a wound before them.
Yeah, true enough. So probably just in the middle of combat, go bite her.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely don't like soak her shirt in blood and then put armor over it. And then when you need the wound, she like dramatically rips off her breastplate to show like the bloody shirt or something.
You know, the corpses we have
because
already...
that's definitely like how much a pseudo dragon can inflict wounds upon someone. Like they use like...
Also, we don't have the blood necessary because all the corpses we have are already drained.
No, there's definitely. I mean, like we would have to go have something like a kitchen where they were cooking meat to have blood. We don't have anything like that here.
They don't gather the blood up.
Yeah, they definitely wouldn't have that in a medieval kitchen. No blood at all. Their meat probably comes pre-processed on some sort of.
We don't have time for your sarcasm.
In a clear.
Whatever you want to do it now. Your life depends on it too.
You want to continue giving out ideas, Mac? Perhaps you should.
I told you I can't act on them.
Actually, you can. You're not restricted.
Right. We'll get blood from the kitchen in some way. We'll sneak with a little camouflage body, like camouflaged little pseudo dragon. Seems like fly in, grab a cup of blood. Give to Colleen.
I mean, there are water skins, right? Something of this sort, Neal?
There are water skins around somewhere. There's probably a few somewhere.
Okay, you know what you can do? Fill this water skin with blood. Have her put it somewhere tucked on there. But so you can, if you get close and you can reach it.
Right,
and
like
you could sting the water skin, yes, but you could also come in and like bite the water skin and like have it seem like you bite her, and then the blood will pool out. And
I like that idea. Good job.
That's how it works. Sidekick says something, hero comes up with detailed, awesome version of plan.
Oh my
That's how it
god!
works.
Like
This is synergy, guys. This is finally.
I hurdle Howard and Big Bad Kane like we're totally offing Mac after this.
Yeah. I can see it now. Only 35 minutes more to go.
All right. So
Yeah.
the
So
fights
we-
end. The portcullis comes up, and down
Okay,
comes
so-
the chairman with the body and the victor.
So did we have time to do what I just proposed?
Totally. Done.
Okay. So she has like a water skin here. He can come in and ravage the water skin.
Okay. So chairman comes in. So everybody,
Hate the whole fake argument right now, guys.
who wants to go up next? Remember, everyone's got to fight one day or another. And
I want to go up next.
Colleen also sort of raises her hand. He goes, "That doesn't
I
seem like a fair
got
fight."
beef with that woman. She thinks she's so cool, you know, getting those big arms, but like she doesn't think pseudo dragons can do anything. I want to show her a real fight. Yeah, like just putting my claws together.
Seems a little unfair. Don't you think she's just gonna kick your ass?
Well,
Wouldn't you rather
want to
fight one of
like-
these other tiny
She can
people?
try. No,
How about-
Asses. You haven't
how-
heard about the deadly sting of the pseudo dragon? She has no chance.
Oh, who needs the sting of a pseudo dragon? We can just use our mouth to ravage her.
Your little tiny mouth?
Yeah, on her little tiny
I
carotid artery.
I kind of get a bit of meat from the kitchen. Let's just rip it to pieces.
All right, fine. If you guys want to kill each other, we'll be happy to have that. And just so you know, little guy, if you try and fly away, you're gonna meet a worse death. Don't even try it.
I don't think he wants to fly away.
To be clear, can he still fly in the arena, just not try to fly away?
Oh yeah, but like if you get, too high, the guards all have their own, it's up to them what is improper. So they think you're trying to make a break for it. They all have readied actions,
Okay.
even with spells, even though that's normally impossible.
Mhm.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
All right. Out you go with Colleen in tow.
Mm-hmm. Ho ho ho.
Yes.
Oh.
Foe versus foe.
You get brought out, and
What they
the
don't know.
chairman climbs up on a couple of apple boxes and holds a pendant at his throat, kind of jiggles a little bit, and then his voice booms through the entire arena, saying, "And in our next fight, on the right side, we have Miss Colleen, the murderer of Kershwick, the brigand of Berkshire, the daring lady of Darcis, versus this tiny little dragon thingy. But watch out, it's very dangerous. I just watched it rip a person apart inside. Trust me, it's a fair fight."
Guys, that is totally your cue to like go up, grab his little neck thing, and start like shouting threats at Colleen into it, like a wrestler or something.
We are still in the.
Anyway, the battle gets going. Colleen's got a sword, a shield, a spear, a shield, and breastplate, and she's making stabs at you, slashes at you.
I just
Yeah.
dodge out, like try, like
Yes.
it's like superficial clawing, like just like
Mhm.
like
He has
a
24 speed, so he's like.
yeah, like I
zipping around.
sip around. Then it goes like that moment, like when I'm just be like circling around each other, like
She gives you like the wink and the nod, like she's
Yeah.
ready for it.
yeah. So I go around like in a like I just like sip around. I just like bury my teeth, like I go around. Where did she keep the thing?
Like right underneath her heart.
Yeah, and like I just I zip around like a fainting maneuver. Like she's trying to like to hit me. Like I just go around, like just like angle my tail up, like underneath her heart, like
Mhm.
where the
All
yes.
right. Give me an attack roll to see. It doesn't have to Just don't roll a 1 or a 2 or something. You know, you're trying to make a show for these people. So let's see what you
Don't
got.
stab her in the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't. I mean, it's a new body. You're not quite used to it. Oh, there you go. Very nice. You come up and get a really good, like, fake hit on her. And she grabs her side and, like, tumbles to the ground. Gets up, leaning on her spear heavily. And you can see, like, there's blood starting to leak out of her breastplate. And she makes a slash with the spear and an awkward stab and, like, stumbles forward. The crowd cheers. She plops down on the ground, face first, and, like, rolls over, wrenching off the breastplate, just, like, revealing clothes soaked with blood. And the crowd, like, goes silent for a second, followed by a tremendous, like, clapping and cheering and stomping as you have defeated her.
As I like flick off, like, you know, I have like blood on my wings. I flick them off, like in a display of, like, you know, splendor.
The chairman comes back out, toggles his little amulet, goes, "Wow, that was most unexpected. To be honest, I really thought that little guy was gonna die." Well, hold still, everyone. We'll have one more battle for you today. Think there's a few more of those flying rats down there. We'll see if we can't get another one. And heads back down. In the meantime, what are the three of you doing?
Thinking about killing Mac. You know, Mac, I have a really nice idea. You would make yourself good in that arena.
Hold on. I pull.
Wait, so you have a plan that I like didn't say something that would suggest it?
I pull Kane to the side and whisper, "He's the only one who knows where the other portal is."
But I have the feeling this will well. You know, we can just head to the mages in Berkshire.
All right.
Don't chance it.
Anyway, in comes the chairman, dragging Pauline by one leg, tosses her on the body of the other dead people, and looks around and goes, "All right, any other dragons ready to go?"
I look at Howard. I look at Mac. So...
That wasn't part of the plan.
Last minute monkey wrench? My God, what are you gonna do?
How about we play a good old game of rock, paper, scissors?
There's not like a warthog and a meerkat we can team up with for this little caper, is there?
Whoever rolls lower on the D20 fights.
Okay. 3 people. Mac, you're in it.
Wait. Not the plan at all.
Howard, Big Bad Kane, and Mac. Ooh. Lowest one fights, you said? So Big Bad Kane.
Okay.
For you, they pick Mongo the Bruiser to be your the person you're fighting. Mongo the Bruiser is a half orc. It's like 6'5", 285 pounds. Carries a two-handed sword with just like leather cross straps across his chest for armor.
Whoa, that's like a green version of the Rock. I'm sure glad I'm not the one fighting him. How are you going to beat him, Kane?
Shut up.
I'm sure you got some kind of idea.
Okay. So we go up, Neal?
All right, they go up, and he says, on the right, we have Mongo the Bruiser. And on the left, we have a different but very similar looking little dragon thingy.
That smells of perfume.
And the battle begins. Why don't you roll me initiative against Mongo the Bruiser?
What I want to ask before you went into what does the arena look like?
30, no, it's probably like 80 feet across, maybe not quite 80, 60 feet across or so. Sandy floors. There are 4 stone columns. There are like ropes and chains kind of all over the ground everywhere, scattered about. There's a few like spare weapons off on the sides here and there. And you notice there are archers and crossbowmen and wizards in the first row of bleachers.
So I can already start flying.
Totally.
The fight flying. Okay.
Yep.
I will like hover 10 feet in the air.
Well, roll me initiative.
Okay.
He's got a...
No, it's a flat D10.
Oh,
It's
flat
size
D10.
tiny.
Oh, 9.
That's
okay.
true. So you go first.
Okay, you said there are ropes and chains lying on the floor around?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I will zip towards them, kind of hide myself,
Hmm?
and go chameleon.
And go
And-
hide in them?
Chameleon.
Ah,
Still, and I will move around while chameleon move along the surface.
let me read about the chameleonness of your form so I can see... What is it? Chameleon-like powers that allows them to alter their coloration to blend with the surroundings. They can blend in a typical forest background with an 80% chance of being undetected by creatures that cannot see invisible objects. Pseudo-dragons have an infravision 60-foot range to see invisible objects. Highly magic resistance, la 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 la. So any typical forest background with an 80% chance of being undetected. I'll say
okay.
you have like a 40% chance of doing it in the fighting pits. So why don't you roll me a D100, 40 or lower.
Yes.
Oh, all right. So Mongo the Bruiser comes over and brings the two-handed sword, whap, right where he saw you go, but you've since moved, and cries out, "Ah! He disappeared!" in rage. Roll me initiative for the next round, and let's also note that you can see these spellcasters beginning to cast spells. You go first.
Okay. I zip out and try to sting him from behind.
Ooh, give me a roll to hit.
Back
Plus 2 for
attack?
back attack. This should be 5, 6, 7, plus 7 to hit. Like one of the two rolls that wouldn't work here. You totally whiff and miss, and Mongo
And,
turns around.
I have 24 movements in here.
Yes. So you take off, provoking an opportunity attack from Mongo, the Bruiser.
What? From behind?
You can't run up to someone, hit them, and then walk away in second edition. You provoke opportunity attacks, regardless of if you move away without disengaging. That's like a core rule. He spins as your stinger just misses him. You take off. Mongo comes in with a 14 to hit with his big-ass two-handed sword.
18 AC.
All right. You fly off, and he runs thundering after you with a...
Of course, I'm above. I would be above him, out of his melee range.
All right. He stands below you, waving a sword up at you, saying, "Come down and fight me, you coward!" Roll me initiative for the next round. Oh god, you're always gonna beat him. That two-handed sword is so slow.
Yeah.
Go first.
I do the same because I'm so fast.
You spin around, coming towards him. He's got an attack readied for when you come into range. He swings it at you. Oh god, with like a 13 to hit. It's terrible. You're too small. Mongo can't hit you. Give me a roll to hit.
21.
There you go. Your stinger finds a hole in Mongo's chest area.
Candy grammed him.
Safe versus poison. Or go into a state of catalepsy that lasts 1 to 6 days.
He rolls a 13. Mongo's saving throw versus poison is a 13. Oh my god, he passes exactly on the spot.
Wait, seriously, what level is he?
4?
Dang, man.
Yeah, he's a 4th level fighter.
Ah!
Yep.
No good. I take it you fly away again?
No. I like hover around his head. It's like because I do not want to provoke an opportunity.
Alright, with Mongo lets go of his sword with one hand. The other hand, he takes his cowboy hat and tosses it to the side, puts his hand back on his sword, goes, "I can see you better now, pipsqueak," and rolls to hit with an 18. Is that your AC?
Yeah.
Oh, the two-handed swords finds a home. It does D10 plus change. D10. There's a D10. He smacks you for 8 points of damage. Roll me 2d8 for your hit points. Oh god, you could be going down. Oh, you're alive. You're at 2 HP left. Next round initiative. Nope, you go first because Mongo rolls like a 14.
Watch out, Big Bad Kane. I've seen him punch out a horse.
Okay. No.
Oh, you try and sting, but you miss. He's only got 10 AC. Mongo swings his sword at you. Oh god, it's a 17. It's so close. It just whistles past your ear.
I hit him.
Yeah, I guess we can just trade attacks here. You stab him one more time. How much damage does your sting do? D3?
No damage. Save
No
with
damage,
the step.
okay.
Save with poison.
Save versus poison for Mongo. He rolls a 6.
He is out.
He stumbles. He helplessly swings at you. It's a wide swing. It's a natural 1 on top of being a helpless swing, and crumples to the ground, twitching, convulsing, foaming at the mouth, and beginning to, let his sick spill from his mouth.
Shall I roll a D100 to see if he dies in a few days?
Man, that's in D6 days. We'll get there when we get there. Something could happen in between now and then. The chairman comes on down, calls the fight, brings you guys back inside, says, all right, everyone, that's it for the day. Y'all fought well. Congratulations. Those of you that have survived will be ready to fight tomorrow. And you two little dragons, I want to see the two of you fight each other. We'll put you in the special arena for that.
Well, I will have fun. Oh, not seeing you two fight tomorrow then.
I will take great joy in destroying you.
All right.
Meanwhile, Bastian's just nearly cut in half.
Like one of my wings is kind of an E.
So I assume the ACA applies in here, and you're going to heal him up before the next battle?
The Accessible Cleric Act? Of course. We definitely need our warriors to be at tip-top fighting shape, otherwise it's not a good match.
I have to ask, wouldn't it be better if you were able to, save somebody from dying and have them fight more?
What's the point in the battles if no one dies?
Blood, guts,
No. It only matters if someone gets killed. If not, then we're just, might as well just play with toy swords and say, point, I got you, I win. It's all about murder.
You rejected that idea before. You don't have to rub it in my face.
What? Everybody's confused. How about it was a good match? I can't
told you guys. I talked to them before to try to talk them out of this whole arena stuff.
Mac.
I thought the toy swords, the point was a good idea.
Yes, you told us before. It does not matter now. I can't wait for the cleric to come by. Good match.
Sure. See you guys tomorrow. And the chairman leaves. The dwarves drag a few select bodies, or begin to drag a few select bodies out through the front door as the chairman stands and chats with one of the guards. Oh yeah, great fights today. Yeah, those little dragon things were a little bit weird. Kind of interesting. Hard for most of the audience to see. I'm thinking of having like special prize fights in the mini arena just for the best of the best. The wealthiest of the nobles to watch.
We find like Colleen's body, like I guess we like camouflage first or whatever, like without out of their sight.
Kind of hanging under her, on the underside.
All right, you are extracted along with Colleen's body by the dwarves, and they take you deep into Outlast to where they have their own little fighting training grounds set up.
By the way, did the cleric come by before that?
No, cleric is going to come around tomorrow.
Okay. When the how do I put this? Is there Can we just look to see if there's any point where the dwarves aren't looking and we can like hop off the cart or whatever they're hauling us on?
Yeah, you could probably do that without a problem, but you have to bring Colleen with you.
Right, that's the point. She
Yeah.
hops off the body pile.
Yeah, sure. Let's give the dwarves a chance to notice. No, they totally don't notice. Okay.
All right.
You all hop off and kind of just walk through the streets. Colleen quickly, well, she's blood soaked, so I think she just takes off her bloody top, and it's better to walk around without a top than it is to walk around with a bloody top in town. It'll probably attract a lot less attention that way.
Are there like clothes hanging somewhere drying?
You're gonna steal some clothes, really? You were just about at the end of the story. Do you really want to get caught stealing clothes? Careful, Bastian, careful.
I smack Kane.
I look at like a line of clothes hanging between two others.
You have 2 HP, Bastian. Don't be
greedy.
Don't be greedy.
It's more about decency,
It just doesn't matter at this point.
I think she doesn't really care about that right now.
What's a little nudity compared to death, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not that big of a deal. I was born this way, you little rat, flying rat.
Flying rat saved you.
Other flying rat.
Well, then let's get on with it.
Okay. Very quickly, Mac will lead you out and near the portal that heads back towards Berkshire.
Oh,
so there's one problem here. If she goes through that portal, she will turn into a pseudo dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the problem?
We don't know if she will turn into a pseudo dragon. It's probably gonna be fine.
We can hope.
Say that, and he said that before we head into his portal.
Do you mind being a pseudo dragon?
If it's pseudo dragon or death, I'll take pseudo dragon. But to be honest, I don't want to be a flying rat.
We can probably
pseudo dragon or
we don't either. That's
trying to go all the way back to Berkshire.
Berkshire on foot in 15 minutes? I don't think so. Let's go through the portal.
Well,
all right.
We can probably ask the wizards to turn you back if you turn into a pseudo dragon.
You guys all step through the portal, or if you're Colleen, squeeze through the portal, and poof! You guys appear in the garden surrounding Woghorts. You actually appear as Howard, Big Bad Kane, Victor, Colleen, and Elliot.
Wait, what?
Right, Elliot was the son, not the dad.
This is a pseudo dragon. It's completely different.
He's a young child now, a young human child.
You are lucky that you are human now. Otherwise,
What do you mean? I'm lucky. I could fly and I could one shot things.
It was just a big dream, but now.
Oh, not a just a dream thing. Those are like the worst episodes of people's lives.
Yeah, it was just a dream.
mm-hmm.
No, that totally removes all the stakes, and then no one has learned a lesson.
You know what?
I
did not learn anything. Yay!
It's like the end of that Pokemon movie where they all learned that fighting was bad, and you're like,
commoners.
Bad. It's like the opposite of Pokemon. How are they gonna like have this lesson? And then they all get their memories erased.
I just run.
Like, so wait, they got their memories erased. They didn't learn anything.
Nope. There's nothing.
I yelled to some students from Hogwarts, please cast a silence spell on him, please.
Instead, you guys just head back to Shenanigans, where you're forced to continue to associate with Mac, now in his original human form, His dad is out there somewhere looking for him, but they don't know where.
Okay.
I think you're totally skipping over the fact that there would have been like some lesson with all these young kids at Woghorts who suddenly look over and see the topless woman standing in their garden 20 feet away.
I don't really feel like... I feel like kids that are studying magic have their own ways to... I don't feel like that's going to be anything special for them.
At that point, since I'm human again, I would just give her my winter blanket to cover herself.
Now, Neal, now, very importantly, just to make sure, it's not like the thing walking out of that dungeon. We're in our...
Do we get back to our original form?
No, you just have the same form that you started the session with, except for Mac, who is back to his original form before he became a pseudo-dragon.
Now, very importantly, Neal.
Wait, so...
How is Oscar?
Fine, totally fine.
Okay.
Okay, good.
He doesn't have to die today.
But Neal, so I pull out my second scarf from my... Very good. Now I feel a lot better.
Wonderful.
All right.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Been waiting to do that. There we go. Like,
Yeah, sure.
No, don't even feel bad anymore to giving that
So
scarf
we
away.
go return her
Yep.
to her
Yep.
mother.
The mother offers you property and land totaling 500 gold pieces in value.
Well, we can just sell that property and land.
Well, I could always do, yeah.
In this market? Are you crazy?
You promised us wealth, coin.
Oh, yeah. Property and land, but, like, the market's only going up right now. You should hold on to this for a little while. In probably, like, a year, it'll be worth double. I wouldn't sell.
Where is this land?
But I'm no longer a Disney sidekick, so I can't make remarks about, like, fourth wall breaking remarks about Bitcoin or something.
You don't get any of this, Elliot, because you were an advisor. You were not the hero of this.
She takes you down to her little home, which is built in and among the ruins of an abandoned church on the south side of town, and says, "Well, here you go. It's I know it's not much to look at. I put the logs right here in between the broken stone walls, and I promise I'll finish making the roof with the extra branches. I definitely think this is worth 500 gold, don't you?"
A farm is worth 500 gold.
Wow.
I don't know if having a dragon in an underground chamber beneath it raises or lowers the value.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know,
Nope.
I'm an honest mercenary, and I was promised coin.
No. You were promised land and property worth 500.
I was asking for coin. I was.
When you asked if it was actually 50,000 pieces of copper, I said no, it was land and property. I very clearly stated that. If you weren't paying close enough attention, well, that's your own problem. Let the buyer beware.
Do we get the deed?
Yeah. It's more of like a verbal contract between me and Mr. Muscle, the town sheriff. But don't worry, I've told him all about it, and he's agreed that this is your land.
Right.
Okay.
Let's go talk to the sheriff. Like to get like so we all gathered.
Sure. You find the sheriff. He's working out. He's doing wall push-ups.
Okay.
You know.
How much?
Is
how
the
much?
rock? Is it the rock ones?
No, but you've noticed he's got like a painting of the rock up in the office.
Okay.
So
Inspiring.
about that property, how much would it be worth to the city?
I'm not buying anything. We're saving all of our money because the cost of housing prisoners has gone up exponentially once we privatize the system. And yet our taxes still have to go to that, so, you know, city can't afford to buy new property right now.
I thought privatizing the jails was supposed to bring the costs down.
Well, are you kidding? That's ridiculous.
It's almost as if instead of, private industry being able to run the jails cheaper, private industry being private industry was trying to suck as much money as they possibly could.
Look, I don't know anything about politics. I just like do push-ups and fight people. So
Neal,
yeah. What's up, man?
I'm just gonna talk to the other two have a stake in this. And just say, I could use that land eventually.
We could have a semi-permanent contract about housing
Do you
prisoners.
want to buy
in
my
that-
share?
Eventually.
Do you want to become private jail?
Do you want to buy my share in it?
Now, what we could do to earn some money from it, we'd set up a semi-permanent contract with the city. They pay us a fixed sum at the beginning, and they can house their prisoners in that lovely cellar that there is.
No.
Oh my god.
But Neal, how
Sell it as a
much land
maximum
is it?
security jail for the worst of the worst. And then just like, here, take this ladder down into your cell.
I mean, she's pointed out this abandoned church, which she's sort of converted into a semi-abandoned church, semi-log cabin, and claims that's yours. There's no clear delineations of property lines, so you kind of got whatever you can hold on to. You know, think of it as the Wild West. You can hold on to whatever land you can hold on to.
Just gonna start building a fence.
All right. And that's it for
A
our
large
Shenanigans
fence.
episode today. So why don't we dole out some experience here for overcoming the battle sheep. It's worth about 500. For breaking Colleen out of the jail, it's about another 1,000.
4th level fighter down.
Oh yeah, you actually did defeat a 4th level fighter. That's worth some experience. For, you know, arguing over nothing for an hour, I'm going to take away some experience.
I lost my favorite scarf.
That had great comedic
I
value.
sacrificed my scarf.
Neal,
I'll give you some experience back for the scarf.
Neal, you wanted the episode to be more shenanigansy, and that's pretty much what shenanigans
the hell out of
is.
You guys done good. You got a lot of experience. Chill, y'all.
The sheep did you put in the sheep?
Yep, we got the sheep experience. Why doesn't everyone take home 569 XP?
Yeah.
10%.
Nope, you can add 10% if you want, which brings it to 625.
Shall I roll a D100 for the half to see if he survives?
So
He survives. He's actually not dead.
Am I Elliot's 12-year-old son still trapped in his dad's body then?
Comatose for 2 days.
Yes, I guess you do show up as an old man, an adult male rather than as a young boy. Yes.
Interesting, okay.
All right.
Let's see here. What's the for low fighter? For about 4,000?
It goes 248 for fighter progression.
Alright, so I'll level up 1. Yep. Just a few experience over 4,000. Nice.
Yep. So the fighter I defeated is in a comatose state or cataphonic state for 2 days, and he survives.
All right. Wonderful.
Alright,
He
HP
will
roll.
wake up in a mass grave.
Oh, so sorry, Victor.
Well, that's fine. I rolled 9-8 last time, so it evens out.
I have to say it is really good that in the end Mac transformed into Elliot's father, or Elliot in his father's body, because I was seriously we were really talking about killing him.
Oh,
He was like,
no.
yeah, we would have killed him if he was if he had been still a pseudo dragon.
I'd still kill him if my cat was gone. But
I got us to Outlast.
It all worked out, guys. It's fine. It's fine. Congratulations. That's it for today's Shenanigans. Next week, I think we're going to do a die-hard version of Shenanigans. So if you're going to be playing, you need to review that film. I'll be making special characters for all of you that aren't your normal characters.
Oh.
And, yeah.
I thought I could have Droopy or Bad Kane actually.
No, you're all going to be second-level wizards at the Wizarding Academy, which gets taken over by terrorists.
Yes.
On the 23rd?
Yes, the 23rd.
The most
All right.
important thing is, Neal, can you do a good German accent?
Yeah, of course I can, baby.
Oh God, no, that's not a good German. Can you? No, you have to. Okay, we have to watch Die Hard. You have to learn a bit of German to speak. Sometimes when the villains.
This is how the Germans speak. I know this.
No. You have to learn a bit of
Wunderbar.
German because if the villains talk with each other, that has to be in German.
I mean, what's your
Neal.
German accent like?
Neal, let Bastian.
How I talk normally.
Neal, let.
That's not a German accent.
I mean, I could pronounce the more. It's hard for actually a German to do a German accent if you don't.
Das
if you're not
ist
trained.
geil, ja?
Neal,
See,
just
Victor can do a German accent. Why can't you?
He just spoke German.
Neal, just let Bastian teach you. He has ways of making you talk.
Or I could just voice all the villains.
Well, we'll just find out what happens next week with our Die Hard episode of Shenanigans.
Can't wait.
We'll see y'all then, maybe.
Wait,
Alright.
next
Bye-bye.